Good morning everyone. The aim of this video is to give you a very brief overview of AQA English Language Paper 1, Question 5. So Paper 1 is a 1 hour and 45 minute exam paper. It's out of 80 marks, and you're given one fiction source to read with 5 questions to complete. And the best order to complete this paper in is in this order. Question 5 first, then questions 1, 4, 2, and finally 3. The reason for this is that you get all of the big mark questions and the easy question out of the way first. That way you've got 80% of the paper completed in the first 3 questions that you answer. A question 5 looks something like this. It gives you a premise, such as a writing competition. Now this is useful as it tells you the genre, the audience, and the purpose of the text. You get a choice of 2 tasks. It's usually a descriptive task or a narrative task, but not always. And you can choose which one to complete, either or, so play to your own strengths there. You get 24 marks for assessment objective 5, which is the content and organisation of your writing, and 16 marks for assessment objective 6, which is your technical accuracy. This makes question 5 out of 40 marks. It's worth a whopping 50% of the exam paper. It's worth the same amount of marks as question 1, 2, 3, and 4 put together, so do not neglect it. Based on the grade boundaries over the last couple of years, you cannot pass the paper if you miss this question out. It's really important. That's why we answer question 5 first. So I'd recommend that you spend 7 minutes preparing and planning for this question, 30 minutes actually writing the response, and 8 minutes at the end to read through, edit, correct any errors, and improve the writing. There are 12 things on this mark scheme, and these are the things that get you marks for question 5. There are 24 marks available for the content of your story and your organisation of it. That's why it's so important to plan. It's hard to effectively organise your story if you're making it up as you go along. So first, match the gap. GAP stands for genre, audience, and purpose. So you need to adapt your style of writing to the premise that the exam board gives you. Sophisticated vocabulary is on the mark scheme twice, so we know it's really important. You should be using language devices such as similes, metaphors, personification, pathetic fallacy, all of the things that you look for in a question 2. You should also be using a range of structural devices such as cyclical structures, anaphora, perspective shifts, all of the things that you look for in a question 3. You should be including that in your question 5. So make your story go somewhere, take the reader on a journey. You should be doing as much as you can to make it interesting and engaging. Hook the reader in and keep them absorbed in your writing. Make them enjoy reading it. And a range of paragraphs of varying lengths. Long paragraphs, one-word paragraphs, and everything in between. Also include some discourse markers to improve the flow of your writing too. And then we've got assessment objective 6, also known as technical accuracy, and there are 16 marks available for this. First, you get marks for punctuating sentences accurately, so ending questions with question marks, using apostrophes in the right place, that sort of thing. For a wide range of punctuation, you want to aim for between 6 and 8 different pieces of punctuation. A range of sentence lengths is self-explanatory. Use a whole range, simple, compound, complex, and minor sentences. Add some variety. Use standard English and grammar, means no slang, and properly written, full sentences that make grammatical sense. Spell things correctly is easy enough to understand, so I won't explain that one. And sophisticated vocabulary, as I said before, it's the only thing that's on the mark scheme twice, so it's doubly important. Now, technical accuracy is the reason that it's a good idea to leave those 8 minutes at the end for editing. You can pick up any little mistakes or errors that you made along the way and correct them. Correcting these mistakes will improve your marks. And that's about it for question 5, and that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and happy revising.